Bayern Munich defeat Real Madrid in the first leg away at the Bernabeu. Huddle up, let's talk about it. And quite honestly, this is a tale of two stories. The game, there's one type of game before the 2-0 that Bayern scores, and there's a game after the 2-0. Before the 2-0, it's an absolute monologue by Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich play what they've been doing all season long, both in the league and in the Champions League. They absolutely obliterate Real Madrid. It's total and utter dominance. They are showing everything and every single quality that's made them great this season. High press, possession of the ball, high work rate. An Olise who was brilliant. Also, let's take a moment because he snuggled up, tucked in, and laid to bed Alvaro Carreras today. That man is gonna be dreaming with baguettes tonight and dreadlocks, and I don't know, even Crystal Palace. This guy is gonna be horrified for the things that Olise did to Alvaro Carreras today. But that's besides the point. Michael Olise was the star of the show, being the creative outlet for Bayern Munich for all things attacking wise. And for up until the 2-0, it was all Bayern. But there was some inexplicable things that I just can't fathom that occurred in this game. With the Upamecano. Upamecano is world class when nobody's watching, because when the brights are light, this is the version that we see of him. Because what on earth was that miss in the 8th minute after Harry Kane lays the ball off to him and he whiffs it there, open net? That's sinister, man. That is sinister. I don't know what goes on with players and the bozo gene that is just enabled against Real Madrid, but it needs to stop. It's the tale of always. Keeper slips, keeper giveaways, bad passes, handoffs. It's ridiculous. And it's the same story over and over again. And leading into this match, what we saw from the start of the game up until the 2-0 was what logic would think would how this game would unfold. But then you think about it, and there's the spirit of juju and vibes and the power of friendship. Arbeloa said it himself. The power of friendship is strong at Real Madrid. And even though they're playing badly, they still have great quality players in the form of Vinicius and in the form of Mbappe. And that's always going to be a threat off the counter. When your job is to lock arms and park the bus, and then you send those two demons going on the counter, that's always going to be a danger. So your job is to smother them and put away all the chances that you do have, and not letting it turn into a shootout. But then you see Upamecano over there making a fool out of himself, and I don't know what to think. What's with this guy? Huh? And Manuel Neuer too. Even though he had a great game, in the first half he has a great save, probably the only chance that Real Madrid has in the first half. The one Mbappe is able to break off, and he shoots it down low across his body, and Neuer is able to extend himself down, gets himself down low, and gets that out wide. But it's just Bayern go ahead, do their thing. They have their little bozo moment there. Gnabry, Thiago Pitars gives away the ball, and Gnabry finds himself in a position that you couldn't have dreamed of or imagined a clear goal scoring opportunity right there in front of Lunin. Thiago Pitars gives it to him almost in the 6-yard box. And Gnabry got a dookie running down his leg. That's the only explanation for why I would think you would lift your leg up so uncomfortably to strike that ball, hitting it damn near straight at Lunin. It's unbelievable that this game is unfolding the way it is. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. What are you doing? Nabri. Have some self-respect, have some shame. And at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm like, boy, there's no way. The spirit of power and friendship is at it again. The bozo gene is looking like it's doing its thing. And then Lucho Diaz appears. Wonderful bit of play. I forget right now who gave him the assist, but he runs in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold and slots it past Lunin and makes it 1-0 towards Bayern. And at this point, Bayern had been generating a lot of chances. Luis Diaz had been making his runs in behind, pressing as always, and he confirms his great moment right now with that goal that he scores. And shortly after that, we go into halftime. Halftime starts. I almost missed a goal. I hear the narrator get louder on my screen. I have to run from the restroom back over to the TV, and I see Michael Olise cutting inside, coming in wide, coming into the central area, and then gives it off to Harry Kane. Harry Kane, who takes a beautiful putt curler, second post, scores, makes it 2-0 for Bayern Munich. They're on the front foot. You're thinking, oh boy, Real Madrid is in for a long day. Long day. It's gonna be long. We're here. I'm here. Marvelous hate watch. And then for some odd reason, Bayern Munich decide to hey, let's take the pedal off the gas, ease up, let's cruise, let's see the result through. Cowards. Why? Why on earth would you want to enter a shootout with Real Madrid knowing the weapons that they have in the form of Vinicius and Mbappe? The second half is insane. Spectacle to watch. To and fro, back and forth. But you're giving Vinny and Mbappe chances to run in behind and to break you off the counter, making such foolish decisions when attacking, being so bad and like inconsiderate with the ball, giving away poor giveaways. And Real Madrid capitalized on this. Arbeloa brings on Jude Bellingham from the midfield, who had a great cameo. Jude Bellingham thrives in that kind of environment. He slots himself right in the 10, leading the counters, direct, vertical style of play. And he starts enabling both Vinny and Mbappe. Mbappe finds himself again with the chance. Neuer comes up big twice. Two more times he stunts Mbappe, has great saves on him. And then we see also the Bozo gene continuing to unfold. Upamecano, can you explain to me what on earth you're doing? The ball's coming here bouncing. He tries to head it back to Neuer in I don't know what fashion, barely touches it. Vinicius is off. Neuer comes out very quickly, and he's able to push Vinny wide, and then Vinny hits the side netting from that. You're thinking it's bound to come, and lo and behold, I'm not entirely sure if Real Madrid's goal comes before or after, but Mbappe finds himself again on the counter, shoots the ball, hits bar down, it goes in, 2-1 to Real Madrid. And then the Bernabeu starts roaring, trying to enable one of their little UCL nights like they always do. Trying to see if the flower they can find a good luck charm like they always do, playing like nothing, and then all of a sudden you run into the Bozo gene, and throughout the second half, I also see Neuer giving some weird giveaways, bad passes. I think he has a throw with the ball in his hand that he hands over to Real Madrid as well. I'm thinking, there's no way that Real Madrid, with the limited resources that they do have, Bayern's falling into the trap of empowering the one virtue that they do have, and it's getting into a back and forth with Real Madrid and allowing Mbappe and Vinny to run in behind and into space. And with the 2-1, the Bernabeu starts rocking, and you're thinking, there's no way that they're gonna make the same mistake as always, because for some odd reason, Bayern Munich, every time that they face Real Madrid, they start choking. Combine that with refereeing decisions that go their way as well, and then it's inexplicable what begins to happen. Bayern makes some subs. Gnabry gets subbed off. Alphonso Davies comes in. So does Musiala. Musiala coming off a long-term injury. Didn't have his best cameo. and Bayern find themselves in the shootout, and they have their fair share of chances too, or opportunities. And Luis Diaz just, I don't know if the goal knocked like 5 IQ, his half of his brain cells out of his brain. The way that man conducted counters following in the second half is atrocious. There's one where he's running and it's a 3v1. And this man just completely scuffs up the play. He sends a brick towards Olise that goes behind him and sends him completely out wide when that was a clear-cut chance to make the game 3-1. Pathetic. And then not only that, but he's off at another counter where he's gets caught sloppily offside once again. And he has another counter where he's running in behind and then again just laying off bricks, but there's no, like, he's sending like cones to these players, but he's not delivering a ball. Hey, bro, take a touch, relax, breathe. No, bro, this dude, the negative IQ when it came to carrying out counters. There were so many times where Bayern had numbers up off the counter, and they made terrible decisions going forward. I thought at any point in time Madrid's gonna tie this off, but lo and behold, Neuer shows up. 40-year-old Neuer. Best goalkeeper in history, no doubt. Sweeper keeper, coming out incredibly well about 2 or 3 times, sweeping the danger away, having great saves on Mbappe. Turning back the time, this was a vintage Neuer performance. At the same time, he had the bozo gene in him today, but luckily he was able to survive. He gets a well-earned man of the match performance, who alongside Olise were the best players today. Olise finds himself again being the creative outlet that Bayern have, lays a beautiful over-the-top ball over to Davies. Davies, instead of ripping it towards net, which, okay, I'll agree. The idea was good in giving the pass back to Musiala. But, bro, you give him a pillow, bro. You give him a Tempur-Pedic soft pillow, memory foam pillow, bouncing that Musiala has no chance at putting his foot through the ball. And yet again, another chance wasted. This game, under normal circumstances, under what logic should happen, that we all thought was going to happen before, is that Bayern should have thrashed Madrid today. But instead, their legs started shaking. The bozo gene kicked in. The bright lights. Luckily enough for us that were hate watching, the game ends 2-1 in favor of Bayern Munich. But I can't believe what I just watched. There's no way. I can't believe that should have been a thrashing. And the amount of mistakes Bayern were committing, I can't make sense of why what's happening to Neuer giving those balls away. What's happening to Upamecano? Missing sitters. Nabri, for the love of God, what are you doing? Put that away. You're not going to have a chance like that again in your life. What are you doing? You're away at the Bernabeu. Act like it. You're a grown man. You've been here before. You know what it's like to win. Well, can you explain to me what you're doing? Luis Diaz, can you give, bro? You do not need to give a boulder over to Olise, bro, when you're 3v1. Calma, have some patience, breathe. But no, and by no means is this game closed, because Bayern Munich have to show a much more mature side at home than this, because the way they were farting in that second half is disgusting, bro. It smelled, it reeked. I could smell it through the TV. What are we doing here, bro? You're up 2-0. Man, what they say? Man, 2-0 is the most dangerous score in the game. It is. It really is. It gives you the comfort, the illusion to think that, hey, we got a comfortable lead. Let's mitigate. Let's see the game through. No, stay on the front foot. Obliterate these guys. It's so funny to me. Whenever Real Madrid get obliterated, they're always lingering around, because their whole philosophy is the accumulation of talent to allow them to survive despite their poor gameplay. And when you don't kill off Real Madrid, they're always going to be lingering there. And when you let them lingering there and they capitalize, boom, all of a sudden legs, you're shaky, you're wobbly. The ghost of the Bernabeu. The ugly sounds that they got there at the Bernabeu too. But come on, man. See, this is why Barca every time they obliterate these guys. You guys don't have enough hatred for Real Madrid. You guys need to take them and y'all don't take them as seriously as you need to. What are you doing is taking your foot off the gas. Stomp on their necks. Bully them. Topple them over. They're pathetic, but there's a cone sitting there coaching them. What? Tago Pitarch is giving you the ball inside the 6-yard box. What are you doing? Put it in the back of the net. Upamecano, the goal is wide open. Put it in the back of the net. But no, you start speculating. Bayern, when have you ever speculated against another opponent? Where's that Bavarian mentality of putting them away? And Diaz completely losing his mind in the second half. Negative IQ. Hey, bro, chill. Take a breather, bro. La teoría colombiana. Juegan sin contexto. Por el amor de Dios, ponele un balón bien a Michael Olise. Lo tenés bien ahí. Y le vas a dar ese balón hasta la banda. Bro, what are we doing? Take this team seriously. The way you respect them is to beat the dog mess out of them. And you think you could just waltz in here? It's a field day. No. Why do you think I give so much credit whenever we do stomp on these guys? Because everyone knows the Bernabeu, man, smack them around like they deserve. This is, from a pure footballing standpoint, it's an embarrassment that this game ended 2-1. Bayern is such a better side, but they want to make a fool out of themselves. I hope the lessons learned. I hope at the Allianz Arena, Bayern can get it together and see the game through, but man, don't take it lightly. This team is good. Everyone likes to clown La Liga. They think, La Liga has no level. Beating Real Madrid is easy. Da 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 da. No, you're wrong. You're mistaken. Just because we put belt to butt on them doesn't mean y'all get to that easily. It's not a simple task. That's why we have so much merit to what we do. Take the side seriously. If not, it's gonna be long. From our Real Madrid perspective, they struck gold. They struck gold. I could have made it a whole lot more. And honestly, quite frankly, it was a good game. It was a good game from Real Madrid's side. Honestly, I expected a bit less, but I also didn't expect Bayern Munich to lay off the pedal like that. I thought they were going to thrash them. But overall, they do walk into the Bernabeu and get a win, and they're going home. And the bright side, Michael Olise, take a bow. Man, this guy's so good. In an era where the cutback and swing the ball around wingers are popular, Michael Olise makes this game worth watching. Michael Olise is must-watch TV. Michael Olise is the type of player that makes me go, ooh, hold on, ooh, makes me go speechless, lean forward in my seat, that gets me to watch the game. Pure entertainment. Attacks his man all the time. Lays down the mat for Alvaro Carreras to take a nap. Rock him like a little baby that he is. Give him kisses on the forehead. What's wrong with you? Don't 1v1 me. Real Madrid are real foolish for letting that happen. And it's just a joy to watch. Pure entertainment. This brings me joy. I love seeing that man play today. It was wonderful. Putting on that kind of performance at the Bernabeu. Bruh, take a bow. Harry Kane, this is what you made the move to Bayern Munich for. Coming in rushed from his injury. Getting his goal as well. Job well done. Davies came in a bit sloppy. Not his best day. Musiala, guys, Musiala is one of my favorite players to watch. But whenever you essentially break your ankle like the way that he did, there's PTSD associated with that, guys. You're not gonna play with the same confidence that you're used to playing. Calma, let's take a breather. Yo, relax. Give the man patience. He's young. He's incredibly young. Give him time to return to form. Give him time to feel like a footballer once again. Give him time to play week in and week out. It was a traumatic injury. Let the man rest. There was so much slander online for what? I don't see this much slander for other bums that play out and about. And y'all want to get on the magicians, man? Shut up. What are we doing here? Stop. Let rest. But yeah, like I said, outlook for the next game, is still 50-50. Bayern Munich are going to have another great game. Michael Olise is going to continue to have to do what he's done best this season. And Bayern just cannot take their foot off the gas like they did today. They have to be clinical. They can't play this hybrid style approach of wanting to lay back and get into a shootout with Real Madrid. You're rolling the dice there. That's a flip of a coin. You're playing roulette. You don't know what's going to come out of that. Mbappe and Vinny are more than capable of capitalizing in a shootout. Don't get into that with Real Madrid. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous game. But overall, I think Bayern Munich are still going to be able to get the job done. I don't think that they make the same mistakes. I'd like to think. One more thing. Clear-cut penalty by Alvaro Carreras on Michael Olise there at the end. Completely runs through his back with his shoulder. No chance of playing the ball. That is not a body. That's a charge from the back. If that's Araujo right there in that position, best believe that gets called. Once again, those in white get a refereeing decision in their favor that's inexplicable. Michael Oliver, the same culprit behind the Benatia penalty against Lucas Vazquez, for much less conceded that penalty, and this one he decides not to pull the trigger there. And I have no idea why VAR don't intervene, probably because they deem it up to interpretation from the referee. But that is shambolic. That is a pen every day of the week. You cannot shove a man from the back. Pause. Anyways, let me know what you guys made of the game in the comments. Give me a like as well and subscribe to the channel. See you guys next time.